Le 31 août 2025, la présidente de la Commission européenne, Ursula von der Leyen, accompagnée du Premier ministre polonais Donald Tusk, s'est rendue à la frontière polono-biélorusse pour aborder les défis migratoires et sécuritaires. Les dirigeants ont examiné les fortifications frontalières avancées de la Pologne et discuté du programme SAFE de l'UE, von der Leyen promettant de tripler les fonds pour la gestion des frontières. Malgré les alertes concernant des soldats biélorusses armés à proximité, von der Leyen et Tusk ont tenu une conférence de presse, affirmant la détermination de l'UE face aux menaces hybrides. Von der Leyen a appelé à une dissuasion forte contre l'agression russe, renforçant la solidarité de l'UE avec la Pologne en tant qu'État de première ligne. Cette visite souligne l'engagement de l'UE à protéger ses frontières orientales et à promouvoir l'unité face aux défis géopolitiques.
For years now, you and the Polish people have been facing deliberate and cynical hybrid attacks, and I want to emphasize that Europe stands with you in all possible ways. And that is why, if we take a long-term look on our proposal of the new modern European Union budget, the next 7-year budget, we are tripling the investment in migration and border management and protection. Member states with a direct border with Russia and Belarus will receive additional European funding, because I want to emphasize again that Europe's borders are a shared responsibility. And here we are at a Polish border, but we are also at a European border, and it is a shared responsibility. We have also proposed a 10-fold increase in funding for military mobility and overall a 5-fold increase in defense investment. This is the long-term budget that has a very clear and strong focus and emphasis on defense, on military mobility and on border protection. But of course, we have to bridge the time till the long-term next budget is in place, and we need now a surge in defense investment. And that leads me to the task that we have now to fulfill. First, there's the topic of financial support. And indeed, dear Donald, it was under your presidency, the Polish presidency, that we agreed on our 800 billion euro defense investment plan. This 800 billion euros can be invested and should be invested till 2030. You helped also to fast-track the joint procurement instrument that we call SAFE. It is 150 billion euros for joint procurement to make our home stronger, to make our union more safe. And today we see the result. 19 countries have already applied for SAFE. Poland is among them. So the instrument is fully, the 150 billion euros are fully subscribed, and Poland will be the biggest beneficiary of this common investment for joint procurement. So on one hand, we have to care for our own defense posture. We can use the 150 billion of SAFE for our own joint procurement, our own defense, strengthening of our own defense industrial base. But it can also be used to invest in the Ukrainian defense industrial base, because we know that it is for us paramount that Ukraine stays strong and that our neighborhood stays strong and protected. Then there's a second element that under your presidency we agreed, and that is the flexibility of the budget. Poland is already a top spender in Europe, but you requested the flexibility of your budget, and yes, it is granted like for other 15 member states. So it is important that we have now a surge in investment, that we invest better, that we invest together, that we invest European. And therefore, it is not only a question of financing, but it is also a question of coordination, of European approach. So that all Europeans understand now and over the next years that we need to stay consistent and determined in investing in our defense posture. We have to keep this sense of urgency because we know that Putin has not changed and will not change. He is a predator. In the last 25 years, he started 4 wars: Chechnya, Georgia, Crimea, and the full-blown invasion in Ukraine. We know by experience that he can only be kept in check through strong deterrence, and therefore we have to be coordinated, precise, and fast with the surge of our defense posture in the European Union and specifically in the frontline state. That is the reason why in the next weeks we will prepare a roadmap how to invest the additional defense money in the European Union in our defense posture. We will analyze the gaps we have in the European Union and how to fill them by 2030 with targets, with milestones, because only what gets measured gets done. And we will discuss this in the European Council, informal European Council at the beginning of October under the Danish presidency. Let me finish my statement with a wider view to our neighborhood, and that is the security guarantees for Ukraine. Indeed, as we understand that we have to be strong in our defense posture, that we have to invest in the protection of our borders, but also in military capabilities and in well-equipped, well-trained armed forces. The same goes for security guarantees for Ukraine. The first line of defense in Ukraine is a strong Ukrainian army. I often compare it with a steel porcupine that should be indigestible for potential invaders. The second line of defense is a multinational group, the coalition of the willing, with the backstop of the Americans. And then the third and most important line of defense is, of course, our own defense posture, and not to forget the work on Ukraine's membership in the European Union. Prime Minister, dear Donald, I want to thank you again for the invitation. I want to thank you for the Polish leadership in showing how courage, determination, but also knowledge about our history and what we can learn from it comes together in a very concrete action to protect not only the Polish border, but to protect the European border, thus not only protect the Polish people, but to protect the Europeans and, as you've said, the whole democratic world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ursula. Ja tylko dwie uwagi, jeśli Państwo jeszcze pozwolicie, droga Ursulo. Jest z nami też komisarz do spraw obrony, Andrius Kubilius, nasz serdeczny przyjaciel. Znamy się od wielu, wielu lat w czasie Twojej litewskiej aktywności politycznej i teraz europejskiej. Zawsze byłeś rzecznikiem naszej bliskiej współpracy na rzecz obrony. Mieliśmy zawsze też pełną świadomość, skąd płynie zagrożenie, gdzie są prawdziwi przyjaciele, także dziękuję także za Twoją obecność tutaj, zrozumiałą. Wiadomo, że będziemy też koordynować, jak powiedziała Pani Przewodnicząca, współpracę wszystkich państw, które są graniczą z tymi potencjalnymi państwami agresorami. No i druga rzecz, może Państwo nie zauważyli, ale tutaj zmierzaliśmy z Panią Przewodniczącą w to miejsce, otrzymaliśmy informacje i rekomendacje od ochrony, żeby jednak zrezygnować z konferencji albo przesunąć gdzieś miejsce konferencji, bo pojawili się tam białoruscy żołnierze z długą bronią. No i pytam Pani Przewodniczącej, co ona na to, czy jest gotowa jednak uczestniczyć w tej konferencji w tym miejscu i usłyszałem te słowa, jakie chciałem usłyszeć i dla nas w Polsce oczywiste. Zero ustępstw, nie ma nikt nas tutaj nie będzie straszył ani niepokoił. Jesteśmy tu po to także, żeby pokazać tę prawdziwą europejską determinację. Także dziękuję także za ten gest, on wcale nie jest taki częsty. Przeżyć. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję Państwu bardzo.